What is the true measure of a good teacher? When you heard this question, maybe you're thinking, the measure is of course how fast they can help me understand the material. While it's not wrong, it's also not correct, at least according to this video's theme. So what's this video about? Is it about how to measure a good teacher? How to become a good teacher? Well, no. The video is about teaching beyond the classroom. Well, yes, it is indeed weird for me to start a video with a question that sounds like it has almost no correlation to the video's theme, but it's important, trust me. Alright, so what is teaching beyond the classroom? What does that mean? Is it about teaching while literally being outside of the class or what? I'll answer it later, so let's toss this on a folder. For now, let's look at the answer that I think will work better for my question at the start of the video. What is the true measure of a good teacher? For me, there are three qualities that can measure a good teacher. First, there is independence. Okay, maybe I should clarify what kind of independence I am trying to say here. Anyway, for the sake of explaining the first measurement, let's take a look at this photo. Here we can see a bird. It opened its mouth as if expecting the caterpillar would readily jump into its beak. At first, I thought it was just a chick. As a chick, it would make sense why it would act like that. Yet the more I look, the more I see it clearly. This thing is a grown bird, not a chick. Which brings me back to my first measurement, independence. The reason the bird acts like that is because at that point in its life, it would always be given food by its mother. It might not look like it at first, but if we fit the image with our theme, and the bird will be the students, the mother bird, the teacher, and the caterpillar, the teacher's material. Just like the bird, if a teacher only spoon-feeds material, students will not know how to feed themselves those material. In other words, they will not know how to learn. This caused the student to become a dependent learner. They heavily rely on their teacher, almost always needing teacher for motivation and step-by-step instruction to complete tasks. What a teacher like this would do is that they will give an assignment to the students and immediately tell them how to complete it. Essentially, this is like forcing materials down their throat, which, if you couldn't tell, is not good. On the other hand, a good teacher will never let this happen. Instead of using assignment to shove more information down the student's throat, a good teacher uses assignment as a chance for the student to truly understand their materials, to see how much the student truly understands, which, if you once again couldn't tell, is good. So, the independence measure measures how much students depends on their teacher for learning. If it's low, then good. If it's high, then let's not talk about it. Anyway, on the next one, there is confidence. This world we live is fundamentally unpredictable, therefore unknown. You could just minding your own business when suddenly a flock of seagulls decided that your car is a little too clean. You can also want to wash your hair after having a fun time on the beach when suddenly this guy appears. He has a bottle of shampoo, a cameraman in the distance, and a good idea. It might not look like it, but being able to adapt to these unexpected situations is what independence hoped to impart. But this one wanted the students to be able to act upon the answer to this situation that they've come up with without hesitations. After all, what is the use of such great idea if it was never realized? What is the use of sharp knife if it was never used to cut? The answer is nothing. If your teacher can turn you into an independent learner but cannot give confidence, that independent mind you have will have no use. An independent student without confidence like an archer without a bow, a chef without ingredients to cook, and a racist without... You get the idea. The third and final quality is a bit more difficult to pin down, but it's about character. It's teaching a student that their choices, whatever they are, matter. perhaps even more than they could ever imagine. If independence gives a sharp mind to adapt to any situation, confidence for the courage to act, then character is what guides both independence and confidence into the right path. Now that we have gone through all three measurements, I am sure you have already found a common trend on all three of them. That common trend was that all three have an effect outside of school, or for this video, outside of the class. Just like the theme of this video, teaching beyond the classroom. Thank you very much for your attention, dear viewer. I am very grateful that you have reached this stage of the video. Once again, thank you for watching.